Everybody, welcome. Appreciate you viewing in today. This is our Ultimate Guard webinar. I'm Jim Lynch. I'm the Supply and Collectibles Category Manager for GTS Distribution. We'll be joined later by Scott Bohr, who's our Gaming Accessories Category Manager. And today we're going to go over all things Ultimate Guard. We're pleased to have the Ultimate Guard team in our office today. They're based out of Seattle, so they came by. We've got Patrick Hildebrand, who is the CEO of Ultimate Guard USA. We've got Cedric Phillips, who is the Community and Events Manager. We've also got TC Payne, who is our illustrious sales representative who keeps us in line. With that, I just want to let everybody know kind of the format. We've got this kind of broken up into a few segments. We'll go ahead and throw questions up there on chat. We'll get to those best we can. We've kind of got 3 segments, so we'll kind of stop at the end of each segment, get those questions answered, and have the opportunity for the Ultimate guys to respond back to you. So with that, I think if there's any immediate questions, we'll just pass it right over to Patrick Hildebrand to get us started.
Sounds great. Thank you very much, Jim. I'm going to go ahead and try to share my screen here, so hopefully this will work. Okay, and we'll go right into the content. Thumbs up, I think we're good. Okay. So thank you again, Jim and GTS. We really appreciate this opportunity, and thank you all of the retailers in attendance today. Without you guys, we wouldn't be what we are. So thank you for your support and your interest. If you currently carry the lines, either the Ultimate Guard line and soon to be Oakie Doakie Dice line, or if you're curious about them, again, we certainly appreciate your interest. A quick introduction to follow up on Jim. What Jim already shared. I'm Patrick. I am joined by Cedric Phillips, who's our marketing manager, TC Payne, our sales representative, and our newest employee, Melissa Meza, which is our new customer support representative. Some of you in the industry may know Melissa as well. She's an industry veteran, and we're happy to have her on board. So that is a team that is here with us today. I want to start by talking a little bit about.
That's why I left you with $75 to pay your fees.
Someone might need to put their mic on mute there. I heard a $75 fee. I want to talk a little bit about an overarching philosophy that's driving a lot of our goals and a lot of our objectives for the 2019 year and really our entry into this marketplace. Some of you may know that we are a German-based company. We design our products in Germany. We have now opened an office here. It's our first office in the Americas. We have a warehouse here as well to better serve our distribution companies and great businesses like GTS to make sure they can get you your product in a timely fashion. One of the big pushes that we have focused on is our displays and in-store merchandising, and I'll hand it off in a little bit to TC to talk through that, to talk through the nuts and bolts of that. But what we want to talk about is the supplies category in general and why we've been doing some of the things that we've been doing. There's a lot of attributes of this category, positive attributes that this category has that we think are really important to the health of the industry and the health of the retailers. The category, again, it's add-on sales. So, think of it as it could be an impulse items. If you're buying a board game, you might want to buy some board game sleeves to protect that investment. $80, $100 board game prices are increasing. And it's a pretty significant investment and you want to protect it. Supplies can be an add-on sale to that. Throw a $10 pack of sleeves or 2 onto a game and all of a sudden you're driving an additional ring at the register, which is great. They're high margin. This category and these products don't get cross-shopped a lot. So, I've yet to hear a retailer tell me that, they get a lot of competitive pressure from online stores about discounts and things like that. These should be all, it should be a high margin category. Obviously it goes for us, the Ultimate Guard line, but really we believe that the entire category in general can be really beneficial to the bottom line of a retail store. And we've seen it in practice, and we'll share some of those data points here in a little bit. There's lots of different price points, from very accessible price points that drive impulse under $10 to high-end items, $60 boxes, $150 backpack, the Ammonite backpack, which we'll share with you guys a little bit later today. We really run the full spectrum of price points for any purchase intent. And again, it's something that can be a nice impulse item to drive both margin and increase the ring at the register. As I mentioned, it is an impulse component. So you may not be a destination to go into a store, but again, it's certainly something that can add on at the register and enhance the sales and the overall ring. Visually exciting. We pride ourselves on the fact that we are a very visually appealing product. We do it with our packaging. It's a nice contrast packaging. We have bright colors, merchandised well. These can look really, really great next to each other. And that's a really important component to driving purchase. You see it, someone's coming in for a box of their favorite trading card game, or again, a new board game that they saw, and they can see these products and decide that this is a really great add-on purchase. Or yeah, of course I need storage to put my cards in, or sleeves, or something to protect. And critical to the bottom line, again, we'll share some of those data points earlier, but again, if we have a product that's driving both add-on sales and high margin, it can really help with store health. So this is typically the point in the presentation where I ask, can anybody else think of a mass market category that has a lot of these same attributes, right? Add-on sales, high margin, accessible price points, impulse purchase, visually exciting, critical to the bottom line. If you walk into a Walmart or Target, what do you typically see up at the front end of the store? And it usually doesn't take very long where someone will jump in and say, yeah, candy, of course. And it does have a lot of these attributes, and it's critically important. And it is at the front of the store. And so you wonder, okay, well, why are these guys invest tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in understanding what's happening in the retail environment? The foot traffic of a store, what's important to the store health, where do purchases happen? They happen at the front end, what can drive impulse? And you'll notice these big retailers, you walk into a Target and they have a huge wall of candy right up front. It's because it does all of these great things, and they know that, so they position it accordingly. It's an add-on sale. People think, oh yeah, let me grab a Snickers bar, which I believe is actually the #1 candy selling SKU. Let me grab a Snickers bar while I'm at the register. I see this great wall and it looks appealing, and yeah, maybe I want a little treat. And we believe that we can do, with great merchandising and the attributes of the supplies category, a lot of these same things and same thinking can apply, especially in the hobby environment. So instead, this is what we commonly see. And this is not to knock on the great work that our retailers do. And this is an overseas account, so I'm not picking on anyone in the Americas. But we get it, right? I mean, supplies is very often seen as maybe a secondary or a tertiary item, kind of an afterthought. It's there because someone needs protection. But we would challenge that a little bit. And we'll talk a little bit about why we challenge that. But this is what we see. It's commonly supplies are difficult to find, underutilized packaging family. Now, what I mean by that is, we design our products to look great together and to make a great visually appealing presence with bright colors and great packaging all together. What we often see is a lot of products scattered throughout the store. Sleeves might be in one place, deck boxes might be in another. As you can see here, there's some board games, there's some deck boxes, a couple things are merchandised together, but they're a little bit spread out. It's probably in the back of the store. There's some unopened boxes on the floor. It's probably not top of mind for this particular store. And again, I would say that's not uncommon, and we understand why, but we think we can change that thinking. We think it's going to be for everybody's benefit if we can do that. Limited organization, again, limited visual appeal. They're not merchandised together, and no out of stock signal. This is a pretty tricky category to manage potentially. There's a lot of SKUs. We have hundreds of items in our portfolio alone, and when you add the competitors in there, it creates quite a big catalog. If it's not merchandised properly, it's really hard to tell, especially if you don't have a great POS system, what's out of stock, what's selling great. You know, a peg opens up, a slot opens up, something might morph into that space on the shelf. It might be a board game crowding out and creeping over. But that's pretty common. I've worked in a retail environment. I know how that works. You got to keep the shelves full and looking good, regardless of what it is. And before you know it, you're sold out of your best-selling items in the supplies category, and you don't even know it. Contrast that with something that we're offering, which is the Ultimate Guard store display and the importance of merchandising. This really can drive a lot of sales. We're firm believers in that. A consistent line, look, and feel can be presented with something like the store display. It's appealing to the eye. It's orderly. It's easy to find. It can be located in a place of store where a customer can drive a customer to an additional purchase, especially for impulse. Oh yeah, I do need a pack of sleeves to go with those cards that I just bought, or I do need a box to hold them in, or I do need a binder or some comic supplies. Increase the total ring. Again, we talked about that. Increase profit, just like the candy category. That's really the point of what supplies can do. It can also educate the customer. Oh, I didn't even know they made storage like this, or I didn't know these sleeves came in these colors, and that's really cool. That's my favorite color. It can do some of the work of a salesperson. It can show them what's available and what they might be missing. And it's a visual cue for out of stock merchandise. Like if you pull something off a peg here and the peg runs empty, you're going to know it, and that's your opportunity to contact GTS and get a restock going. And that's really, you know, again, simplify your lives as well as the end user, the customers in your store. So this is what this looks like in practice. This is one of our partner stores, one of the first stores to bring in an Ultimate Guard display over in Europe. The store is actually based in Munich. I've been to the store. It looks great. This unit is placed near the front of the store. It's kept clean. It's kept full. It creates a great visual. It drives impulse purchase. We know it contributes to store health, and I'll show you that data here in just a minute and what it did for this gentleman's category. And just creates an overall pleasing environment for the customer. Easy to shop, easy to find, looks good. You know, it's that candy section in the front of Target. It really is. So dollars and cents, you know, we obviously hit on a lot of points about what this can do for stores, but here it is. So we did a case study with the store because we wanted to understand that potential impact of what this would mean for his business. And what I can tell you, I know it's in German, I apologize for that, but I'll distill it for you here. The Ultimate Guard sales before and after displays grew by 80%. So when they put the displays in, their Ultimate Guard sales grew by 80%. Well, you might say, well, okay, that makes sense. You added a lot of Ultimate Guard product, looks good. Did it take away from the rest of the category? And the answer is no, it actually didn't. The category revenue grew by 41% when they put this display in. If you look at the column with the two red circles, you'll see that most of the competitors, and they're listed here, stayed flat. They didn't drop in sales. The only one that did was a relatively was smaller and you know had some discontinued products, so that really wasn't representative. But for the most part, this did not impact the competitors negatively. What it did do is drive the entire category to grow. Again, the whole category grew by 41% as Ultimate Guard sales grew. And net profit, again, because these brands in this space and our products are profitable, their net profit grew by 51%. So even more than their overall gross growth, which is really terrific. Good to see. So we know that this can work in practice. We've seen it. Again, this was a controlled study. This was a before and after snapshot. And we're really happy to see this result because you know, we don't want to, our goal is not to take away from our competitors. Of course, we want to be the biggest player in this space. But we really want to lift, you know, rising tide floats all boats. We really want to lift the entire category and not just help ourselves, but help our distributors and our retail stores be successful. So that is a little bit about the category and an overview there. What I'd like to do now is to hand it over to TC and Cedric to take you guys through a little bit of our upcoming products. But I believe before that, we're going to pause for some questions. Written questions, I believe, coming in. Jim, is that correct?
No questions so far, Patrick. Welcome to continue.
Sorry, Jim, I didn't catch that. Can you say again?
No questions so far. You guys are welcome to continue.
Okay, great. Okay, well, I'll hand it off to TC now to take you guys through some products.
Right, so my name is TC and I'm the sales representative for Hue America. And while Patrick talked to you about the importance of displays, I will be going over all of our display offerings and also our new brand, Oakie Doakie Dice. So Oakie Doakie Dice is our new brand, and it is a dice. And first we'll provide you with a video that will, a fun little video. Let's see if we can get it to work. Hold on, sorry about this.
Okay, just move on. I don't think we can get it to work. Oh, press play. It says cannot play media for some reason. All right, let's move on.
All right, well, not a big deal. You can go into our site and see that video. So there's really three main reasons why we think you'll love Oakie Doakie Dice. The first is we will be providing a great assortment, variety of different types and colors. And I will go over more of that a little bit later in the presentation. The second is we have innovative packaging. So we put a lot of care and thought into how our dice will be packaged and how they will look to the customer. The cool thing about our dice packaging is that the inner trays can be used as trays for the flip-and tray and the twin flip-and tray. So specifically the D6 12 millimeter and the D6 16 millimeter dice sets will be able to be used for the flip and tray 80 plus, and then the RPG sets will be able to be used for the twin flip and tray 160 and 200, which is really cool because then you can kind of have a window to your dice. You can match your dice with your mana colored sleeves, which is really cool and which obviously people like to do. You can have everything match. And then we also have industry-leading merchandising solution. And so this is our display. Obviously, Patrick talked to you a lot about what the importance of the display and having it full and impactful. And we put a lot of care into these displays. They're high quality material, wood, and optimal coating. And then I'm just gonna run through kind of like some of the offerings we have as far as dice. So I talked a little bit about the RPG sets, and that's each RPG set holds 7 dice. It's a D40, a D4, a D6, a D8, 2 D10s, a D12, and D20. As you can see here, this is an RPG set of translucent, and inside the packaging that can be, the inner carton can be used as a dice tray for the twin flip and tray 160 and 200. Moving on, we have the Enclave, also a really cool design that allows a see-through portion of it. This is, again, our RPG set. And then we have the D6 16 millimeter, which is kind of the standard size. That's 12 dice included into the package. And then we have Speckled D6 12 millimeter. The 12 millimeter has 36 dice included into the packaging, which is very cool. And then the RPG Glow in the Dark, RPG Set Metal. We're very excited about this high quality metal. And then the Metal Glow in the Dark dice, which are incredibly cool and incredibly fun to play with. So again, Patrick talked a lot about the impact of the display, and I'm going to go through kind of the ODD display ordering process. It's very simple, very easy. All you have to do is reach out to GTS, and they will provide you with 2 forms, an application form and a fill list. in the application form, there's 3 small parts. The first part is simply the application. You just fill out your store information, and then you select the display type you would like. We have 2 displays that we offer. The one is the countertop display, and is a 1 by 1 foot base and is about 1.7 feet tall. The floor display is about 1.7 by 1.7 foot base and is about 5.5 feet tall, and has 3 more rows to peg the dice versus the countertop display. So once you've selected the display type, all you have to do is pick a fill package. So we've made it really easy for you, and you'll be able to choose from 3 different packages for Oakie Doakie Dice. The first package is a TCG package, which includes the TCG, the D6, 12 millimeter, and 16 millimeter dice. And then the RPG set, which will only include the role-playing dice, which is the dice that holds 7 dice, all the variety of D6s. And then you can make substitutions however you wish. So just as long as you meet a minimum amount to the package, a minimum dollar amount to the package. So for the countertop display, that looks like $300, and to the floor display, that's $900. And so once you fill out the application form and put your store information, decide on your display type, get your color, you just have to fill out a terms and conditions, which basically says that you're not going to put other products onto the display, and that you're going to keep it full and impactful, because as we discussed before, keeping it full and impactful really helps drive sales. And then once you filled out that application, you provide it to GTS, they'll fill the order for you, so place the order, and then they'll send us the application as confirmation, and we will send a display to you from our warehouse. And now Cedric is going to talk about Ultimate Guard.
Hey, real quick, TC.
Oh, yeah. First, let's get some questions. Sorry.
Yeah, we do have some questions regarding branding, basically. This is from Sean, a kind of a follow-up question from Xander. Is there a reason Oakie Doakie Dice don't have any of the Ultimate Guard branding? They look amazing, but at this point, people flock to Ultimate Guard, so I'm curious why there is a separation. And then the follow-up to that, agree with Sean, even just a little text that says compatible with Ultimate Guard cases or something similar.
Yeah, so Ultimate Guard kind of has a serious tone to it, and we really just wanted to like separate ourselves with the dice and kind of have a more like colorful, fun vibe. I mean, that's what people essentially want. The draw of this box can be used as a perfect.
It's on the back. It is compatible. We do mention on the back of the packaging.
Yeah, so it's really good feedback. You know, it's something that we've wrestled with internally as well. TC's right in saying that it is a whimsical brand. We even include little jokes in the packaging and things like that, which we felt was a different tone than we've set with Ultimate Guard. But we definitely understand the power of the connection there too. So whenever we can, we are making sure people know that it is part of the same company that produces this product. We also do have some text, as Cedric mentioned, on the back that references the compatibility. I'd like to see it a little bit bigger. You know, I think we could probably on future packaging iterations maybe pull that message out to the front and talk about the relationship just a little bit more aggressively. I don't think that would do our brand any harm if we did that. And again, I think it's a pretty astute point and something that we've talked about internally as well, that we could draw maybe a little more linkage between the two. So yeah, we hear you. Good feedback.
And then we've got some more follow coming in fast and furious now. Is there a storage space for overstock in the base of the floor display? I'm assuming that's for dice.
Yeah, there indeed is. Yeah, there's a cabinet underneath on the floor display that holds additional dice.
Yeah, and
Perfect.
one that has dead space. The others are completely merchandised.
Okay, perfect. Next one, the Oakie Doakie brand is very underrepresented online. Are there restrictions?
No. I'm not sure I totally understand what that means is, but what I'll tell you is there's not any restrictions. It's our brand. And we've just started promoting this brand. You're going to see it actually. We have a great partnership going with Geek and Sundry right now. So you'll start to see this brand more and more commonly, but it is brand new and we've just started our marketing efforts.
Okay. And we've got some various questions about mixing up the Oakie Doakie Dice and the Ultimate Guard on the Oakie Doakie Dice display, still be in compliance with the agreement. So could you have sleeve displays with the same color of dice?
Oh, you mean buy Oakie Doakie and Ultimate Guard together?
Yeah, for the Oakie Doakie displays.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there was an opportunity to merchandise together, we certainly wouldn't stop you. In fact, we do have a store using a full Ultimate Guard display for dice. Actually, it's a huge dice wall. It looks really cool. We don't have any packages around that, so the packages that we have are what's been presented, and that's what's needed to qualify to receive the displays in the first place. But if you have a display in your store and you think there's an opportunity to merchandise some light colors together, we certainly wouldn't stop you from doing that.
And there's another question about having multiple Oakie Doakie displays in the store. They can both have a floor display and a counter display as well, right?
Correct.
Okay. I think that's got us current.
We'll give you guys another opportunity to, Cedric, after Cedric gets through the Ultimate Guard line, if you have any questions.
Actually, one more real quick. Can the 900 be split up between 2 or 3 orders for smaller stores?
No, I mean, you know, how the product is shipped, the order has to be together. That's basically the point. So $900 with GTS, with your sales rep, and then we'll ship you the display.
Okay, perfect. I think that gets us caught up. Have at it, guys. Continue on, please.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. We'll see if our videos want to work this go around. Cedric Phillips here, Community and Events Manager for Heo America and the Ultimate Guard and Oakie Doakie brands. You may have just seen the Ultimate Guard logo. Now you're seeing a picture of the Ammonite Anti-Theft Backpack, an item that is going to be releasing globally on February 1st, which is this Friday. Very excited about this, and we will attempt to run the video.
No, it looks like maybe that one.
Yeah, we will fail to run the video. We will move on. It's okay.
I'll mention just on that last question as well, the reason that we can't split it up or that we won't split it up is because to look good visually, you know, again, good visual merchandising, that's what it takes to fill that display. Is $900 is the gist. So just a little bit of.
Little follow-up there. Just on the list. Perfect. Yep. With regards to the backpack, as I mentioned, this is releasing globally on February 1st, which is this Friday. We've done a lot of marketing on social media and various other outlets about this product because we are very excited about it. It is anti-theft in the title, and we certainly do look forward to that, and that is that's a big selling point on this product. The contents are not accessible from the outside, including hidden zippers. You'll see with just on the left here, the picture. First of all, no zippers on this aspect of the backpack. Generally on backpacks, you'll find zippers on the front end. You won't find them here. They'll actually be on the back, and they are hidden. With the images that you'll see on the right here, there's room and space for credit cards, wallets, the ability to charge your phone. But most importantly, all of the zippers are on the back. So if you're walking around, someone comes behind you, your backpack will not be opened by someone. And we do like the anti-theft things that are going on with this backpack, up to and including the hidden zippers that do take place. It's easy to access, which is also very nice. It opens up to 180 degrees, which you can see. The opening angle can be limited to 35 degrees if you'd like. Depending on what you're going to be putting in this backpack, you may need to open it all the way up to 180 degrees. But again, however a user wants to use this backpack is entirely up to them. But having that kind of flexibility is certainly a selling point of what's going on here. With regards to what you can put into the backpack, we go over that next, which is the modular design. And it's great because this backpack, the Ammonite, can hold a great variety of our products and others, but of course we're going to highlight ours. There's going to be room here for the flip-in tray, the twin flip-in tray, our matte pod product, boulders, sidewinders, which you retailers know are very, very popular items. and the Super Hive as well, which you can see in the top right-hand corner. That's the biggest question we've gotten when we've kind of shown off this backpack is, does it fit a Super Hive? And the answer is absolutely. It can fit that very large product, which of course fits our deck boxes and the playmat and dice and all that other good stuff. If you've come to know our brand and our products well, we kind of like everything to work within itself and be compatible with itself. And so the Ammonite is kind of the ultimate with that because it does fit all of our other products that most consumers already have and are excited about. Protection for all of your devices. So we've already gone over the items that the backpack can hold as far as items that we sell, the Sidewinder, the Super Hive, so on and so forth. But there are other items that can fit in here. On the left, you'll see an iPad has fit into one of these pockets. Same thing can be said for a Microsoft Surface or any other type of tablet that someone would own. You can also fit a laptop into the backpack. And one thing that is nice about where that laptop does sit is the anti-shock foam that is in there for safety concerns, as laptops are somewhat fragile, but also high dollar items that we don't want people to feel like they can't put into this style of backpack. There's room for pens and pencils. There's Velcro, to secure things. And there's plenty of pockets also inside of the backpack as well if you need to fit something else in here that I haven't covered just yet or thought of. That takes care of the backpack. The katana sleeves, which the video will probably not work for this either. However, this is the item that we are most excited about, as this is also releasing globally on February 1st. It'll be in hand to distributors then, and then released to retailers after that. Here's an attempt. We fail. We move on. It's okay. Fortunately, I don't need the video to go over this product because we've been kind of showcasing this product in various places as well, and we are very, very, very excited about this product. We know the feedback on our previous sleeve, the Supreme UX line, and this is going to be our higher end sleeve that's sold in counts of 100 across 10 colors. That'll be white, black, blue, green, red, turquoise, yellow, orange, purple, and transparent and translucent. Translucent, pardon me. Yes, don't want to confuse the two. The selling points of these sleeves are many. First and foremost, they're incredibly durable. These are made in Japan. That's top quality, of course, and we are very excited about the durability of these sleeves, along with the unmatched clarity and the fact that they are fully opaque for competitive play. If you are a Magic player like myself, there are double-faced cards in which you normally need a checklist card or an inner sleeve to play them in sleeves. With these sleeves, you will not need to do that. As I mentioned, they do come in counts of 100. They are made in Japan. They are completely tournament legal. Myself has used these in quite a few tournaments as a way to market and advertise the product over the beginning stages of Q1 of 2019. Consumers are excited, and they are completely tournament legal. And they are for pro players and casual players alike. If a player is looking for a higher dollar sleeve that is going to protect their cards for a very, very long time with incredible quality, this is going to be the sleeve for them, especially with the number of colors that we're coming across and that count of 100, which does satisfy Commander players among other Magic players and other card players alike. The display here, TC is going to step in and take over really quick because he knows this quite a bit better than I do because he deals with this every day, but you're probably used to seeing these displays, our cores and our grands. And TC, I'll let you go over these real quick.
Hello again. Okay, so the process for ordering a Ultimate Guard display is identical to the Oakie Doakie Dice display. As I said before, reach out to Jim. Although Jim has just informed me that they're going to provide the application form and fill list on their website, so look out for that. And so all you have to do is go into the application form. It has the three sections again: the store locator, the terms and conditions, and then the actual application. When you fill out the application portion, you have to select two types again. And the first type is the one by one, and that is the display at the bottom right. It's about 1.5 feet by 3.3 feet wide, and then it's 5.5 feet tall. In that list is, and then the 1x2, which is basically a 1x1 twice side by side. And so the only thing that changes is the width expands to 6.6 feet long. And so once you choose the type you would like, you choose a fill package. We have two packages provided for you. The first is the core, and that fills out a 1x1. The core essentially has all of our main line, our most popular items. We're talking Super Hive, Archive, Flip and Tray, Twin Flip and Tray, Sidewinder, Chromio Skin Sidewinder, UX sleeves, etc. and also flex folios. And that will fill a 1x1. And then we have the Grand, which includes the core and then also an extended line that will fill that second 1x1. The extended line is more like our plastic deck cases, our side-loading pages, and our 3-ring binders. And then again, substitutions can be made just as long as you make the dollar amount, the minimum dollar amount, which is $2,400 for the core and then $4,100 for the Grand. Again, you fill all this information out, the terms and conditions, then the store locator listing form, which is great to fill out because it helps us and allows the customer to see where Ultimate Guard is offered. And then you give that to GTS. They will fill out the order. They'll send us the application form as confirmation, and then we will send you a display from our warehouse. And then I also just wanted to say that if you ever have any questions at all about displays or anything, you can just reach out through contact us on Ultimate Guard or Oakie Doakie Dice. And that basically goes straight to Melissa or I, and we'll see that and we'll respond as quickly as possible. Truly, any questions are and enjoyed. So
two quick additional details on the displays, just to give you guys a sense of the size. They're about 6 feet tall. They will hold more product than what we have in our packages. The packages are designed to give stores a really great assortment of products that will look full, but it won't be completely full at these levels. The pegs will go deeper and the displays will actually hold more than the packages themselves. And yeah, so I want to, and we'll definitely take questions. I want to close really quickly by saying, one of our guiding philosophies as a company is that the supply category, our products are more than just protection for these games. They are actually a reflection of personality. And I think if we start to view like that, view this category like that it'll really change our approach to selling it. We see players, they really, if you play your favorite TCG and you have a favorite color deck that you play, that is actually a representation of a bit of who you are as a person. It represents your personality. If I'm a red deck, I play aggressively. If I play a blue deck, I'm into strategy and I like to, bait my opponent into making a mistake. So with that in mind, that is how we design our products and that's how we merchandise our products. And we really believe that, and that's why we see players willing to spend money for premium protection, is that it's more than just protecting their investment, which is of course important, but it also tells all the players at the table a little bit about themselves. And that's what drives us. We think we can bring that to retail as well with great merchandising solutions and great presentations. So that's it. That's a bit about us. Thank you guys very much for your time today. I know we probably have a few more questions that we're happy to take at this point in time.
Yep, let's get through some questions. I know there's some different variations with the Ultimate Guard store display, but do you guys have an approximate MSRP at either the core or grande level that could come out to?
Roughly double.
So 4,285?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay. Are all these products made in Germany, which there's not specific information there. I'm not sure if that means the displays themselves, but obviously
yeah, I can address all those actually. So yes, the displays are made in Europe. The products themselves, we have factories making products for us in Europe, China, and Japan. So we're a bit all over the globe, and we use multiple facilities depending on the product line.
Okay. Will we see an increase in restock time now that you have a U.S. warehouse?
Yes. Yes is the answer to that question. Yeah, absolutely. And we're still working to improve that. It is still fairly new for us, and we're learning kind of where we're strong and where we're not in terms of our supply chain is concerned. But yes, we've gotten better. We will continue to get better. We've just launched this week. We're launching a brand new enterprise platform to run our business and our logistics. So it will continue to shrink that turnaround time.
Perfect. Will you be doing katana sleeves in a Yu-Gi-Oh size, and if so, when?
Don't have a date yet. The launch is with these first 10 colors in the standard size, but yeah, the Japanese size is definitely part of our portfolio. There are plans to do that. The focus right now is on getting a successful launch of these 10 colors, but absolutely, yeah, the Japanese size is an important piece for us.
And there's a question about the store locator, which we haven't talked about yet, but the question is signing up without purchasing a package, which yes, without a doubt, you can certainly sign up for the store locator without having a store display in the store.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have you. There might be at some point where we assign a special icon or designation on the locator for stores that do have displays. But absolutely, we'd love to have anybody that represents the line join our store locator, and we can help you guys do that. GTS can help you with that information, that form, or we can do it directly through our support email address.
Great. And Shannon, this is Scott Bohr, by the way. Shannon had a question, and I'll just go ahead and answer it. She asked about the $300. Is that just for the display, or is that for the dice that go with it? And the answer, of course, is that that's for the dice that fill the display, and then the dice itself, or the display rather, is just a freebie. It's included in that cost.
Absolutely, yeah. Great clarification. We're footing the bill for the display and the freight, so you guys don't have to pay a dime to get it in your store. You don't pay a dime for the display. We just ask you to buy product.
Okay, next question is from Carlos, who looks like he's in Mexico. Ultimate Guard products are not available for sale to Mexico, GTS directly to Mexico, for example, only through distributors here. But they don't have all the products available. Any plans to enforce that they have a broader range of products or allow U.S. distributors to sell directly to Mexico?
Yeah, without getting into too great a detail, yes, we are working on product availability for Mexico. You guys should have access to your full assortment. If you have some specific needs that are not being addressed, we would love for you to contact us, and we'll make sure that you get the products that you're looking for. And again, that's the support@heyo.us email, and we can help you take care of that.
And then there was one more question about the release date for Oakie Doakie Dice, and last I heard that was at the end of March. March 29th is the official release date for Oakie Doakie at this time.
Yes.
In the States, yes. Globally, it's been launched.
Yeah, it's been partially launched. I wouldn't call it a full global launch. There's not full availability anywhere on the globe. It is March 29th. We decided to push the launch back a bit because we wanted to make sure that we had the full assortment ready to go with the displays all at one time, and we were not able to do that any earlier than March 29th.
Excellent. Okay, we'll just give another minute for any additional questions or comments. If you have an email address that you guys want to give out or something like that, so that they can contact you directly, feel free to do that now. Otherwise, it looks like all the questions are answered.
Great. Well, again, we certainly are big supporters of GTS, and they are more than happy to take care of any needs that you guys have directly. But of course, you're always welcome to reach out to us directly as well. And that's just that support@heyo.us. That's HEO.us email that I mentioned.
Excellent. All right.
And that's trilingual, by the way. So for our friends in Mexico, Spanish, Portuguese, and English support.
Outstanding. Okay, it looks like there's no new questions, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Just a reminder that everybody who attended the webinar, there is one more question.
Yes.
Do previous Ultimate Guard purchases count towards the total cost? I think that's probably in reference to one of the displays.
Yeah, no, the packages exist unto themselves. We obviously appreciate past business, but it is meant to go as a package, all with one purchase.
And then just to clarify, all of the displays come with the necessary pegs, hooks, shelves, trays, all that. It's all
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Great. So thank you for attending the webinar. Everyone who attended today will get a sample pack from Oakie Doakie Dice and Ultimate Guard that will have katana sleeves, dice in it as well as some information in a really cool drawstring bag, special from Ultimate Guard and Oakie Doakie Dice. So
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, TC, Cedric, and Patrick. And Melissa, thank you for coming in, and we'll let you guys go, and have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.